Before we get started talking about memoirs, I would like you to listen to the beginning of Don't. Let's Go to the Dogs Tonight by Alexandra Fuller. Please get a piece of paper and a pencil. Write today's date on the top. As I read, listen for sensory words. Sensory words tell us what something looks like, sounds like, feels like, smells like, and tastes like. Write these words down. You will need these words later, so listen carefully. What I can't know about Africa as a child, because I have no memory of any other place, is her smell, hot, sweet, smoky, salty, sharp, soft. It is like a black tea, cut tobacco, fresh fire, old sweat, young grass. When years later I leave the continent for the first time and arrive in the damp wool sock of London Heathrow, I am, as soon as I poke my head up from the intestinal process of travel, most struck, not by the sight, but the smell of England. How flat, empty it is. Car fumes, concrete, street wet. In that passage that I read to you, the writer was recalling an event from childhood, a memory. Sensory details helped paint a vivid picture of her memory. Remember, memories are not facts. In fact, Salvador Dali once said, the difference between false memories and true ones is the same as for jewels. It is always the false ones that look the most real, the most brilliant. As a writer, you are allowed to take creative license and embellish upon the truth. Now that you are going to use sensory details to write about this painting by Salvador Dali, put yourself in the painting. What would it look like, feel like, taste like, sound like, and what would it smell like in the land of melting clocks? While you write, try to answer this important question. What is memory? Use details from the painting. Now that we have some practice with sensory details, we will use our knowledge of sensory details to write about our own memories. First, I will define what a memoir is, and then explain to you what good writers do. After we have a discussion about this, you will use your list of sensory words to write an opening paragraph for your memoir. Before all of this, I would like you to take a moment to write some important ideas down. I will read 5 prompts. On the back of your paper, I'd like you to number it 1 to 5. Write down the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the prompt. Prompt 1. Something you are most afraid of. 2. The most difficult or rewarding thing you've had to do. 3. The best meal of your life. 4. The last day of school before summer vacation. And 5. The first time that you've heard your favorite song. Now that you've brainstormed about memorable moments of time, let's define memoirs. A memoir is literary nonfiction. It is a collection of memories that an individual writes. These memories can be moments or events, both public or private, that took place in the author's life. More simply, a memoir is a story about a memorable moment in time. It is usually told in the first person. It is not a biography. Biographies are true stories that tell all about a person's life. A memoir just tells about a particular moment in time. Sensory details are essential to bring a memoir to life. Now that you know what a memoir is, let's talk about what makes a good memoir writer. At the start of class, I read you an excerpt from Let's Go to the Dogs Tonight by Alexandra Fuller. What makes her a great memoir writer? Let's listen to another excerpt from her work. I'd like you to listen to her sensory details again and make a list. In the hot, slow time of day, when time and sun and thought slow to a dragging, shallow, pale crawl, there is the sound of heat. The grasshoppers and crickets sing and whine, dying grass crackles, dogs pant. There is the sound of breath and breathing, of an entire world collapsed under the apathy of the tropics. Alexandra Fuller is a great memoir writer because she uses sensory details to tell about a specific moment in time. To put it simply, memoir writers expand a memorable moment and use sensory details to recreate it. Now, I'd like you to take all of the notes you have taken and use them to help you write the opening paragraph of your memoir. I will be circulating, so place a sticky note on the corner of your desk with a question that you would like me to answer. I will be watching for this. Good luck.